rise, fall, and redemption of Ryan Leaf. Every once in a while, a story emerges that captivates the world of sports. It starts with brilliance, and then the brightest lights go out. Sometimes fate smiles, and the light shines again. This is the remarkable journey of Ryan Leaf. Today we explore the rise of a college superstar, the harsh realities of an NFL career that didn't go as planned, and the inspiring transformation of a man who refused to let his past define him. His story begins at Washington State University, where he was a standout quarterback. Ryan Leaf had an arm that would put cannons to shame and undeniable charisma on the field. The fields were his domains, and he was king. Unsurprisingly, Ryan quickly became a fan favorite. In 1997, after 6 decades, the Washington State Cougars made their first ever appearance in the Rose Bowl because of this man. That season, Leaf stole the audience's heart with his spot-on throws. He amassed incredible stats, earning him a spot among the nation's elite players. Ryan Leaf's stellar performance got him to finish third in the Heisman Trophy voting, a rare feat that underscored his potential to become one of college football's greatest. As if that wasn't enough, he was also named the Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year. Ryan was built differently, and these awards attested to the fact. Leaf was also named first-team All-American by the Sporting News while finishing second in the nation in passer rating. He was a star, and he was taking the world by storm. College fans and NFL scouts alike marveled at his ability to command the field. It seemed though nothing could stop him. However, the stars that shine the brightest sometimes burn out the fastest. In 1998, the world watched as the NFL draft unfolded. The debate was fierce. Who would be the franchise quarterback to lead a new era of football excellence? The name Ryan Leaf was on everyone's lips. Many favored Leaf and thought he had a high potential. Others thought Manning to be more mature, a better leader, and a safer choice. Everybody agreed they both bring significant improvement to any team they were on. Ultimately, we would remember this as one of the most controversial drafts in NFL history. With Peyton Manning being chosen first overall by the Indianapolis Colts, Ryan Leaf was selected as the second overall pick by the San Diego Chargers. They were both stellar players. However, while Manning was more friendly, Ryan seemed to be a bit less agreeable. Manning also impressed the Colts during his interview, while Leaf missed his. Leaf was described by his draft prospect profile as self-confident to the point where some people view him as being arrogant and almost obnoxious. Regardless, the Chargers had enough faith in Leaf to offer him the biggest rookie bonus in NFL history, a staggering amount of $11.25 million, and for a talent like Ryan, they believed it was worth it. This signing would be the turning point for Ryan, and the world expected great things from him. Although Leaf may have had an ego problem, he had the skills to back it up, and he was sure to cement his name in the NFL forever. He did, but not how we all thought. The transition from college stardom to NFL was not as smooth as many had hoped. The challenges of professional football began to mount, and Ryan Leaf's story took an unexpected turn. Ryan would admit many years later that he was not prepared for the NFL life. For starters, the very night of the draft, Leaf chose to party all night in Vegas, which turned into him yawning the next morning at his first news conference. He also skipped the final day of a mandatory symposium for draftees, which resulted in a $10,000 fine. Not exactly a good look for the promising new rookie. His time with the Chargers was anything but rosy. What was supposed to be a smooth road to even more stardom became riddled with a series of setbacks. Plagued by poor on-field performances, his NFL career soon became synonymous with unfulfilled potential. The poor field performance wasn't all he had stacked against him. It was also widely known that he had poor locker room etiquette and, let's just say, made little attempts at keeping up team morale. Critics and fans alike began to question the decision that had once seemed so promising. Reports of attitude issues, on-field conflicts, and an inability to handle the intense pressure of the NFL began to dominate headlines. Injuries only compounded these problems, and he had plenty of them. A labral tear in his throwing shoulder, viral infection from a turf burn, a wrist injury, strained hamstring. These injuries led to a rapid decline in his performance and his eventual retirement. Just 4 years after he was drafted into the NFL, Leaf's professional football career was marked by subpar statistics. Throughout its entirety, he appeared in 25 games, completed 3,666 passing yards, scored 14 touchdowns, and had a quarterback rating of 50. Ryan Leaf, once hailed as a future superstar, became widely regarded as one of the biggest draft busts in NFL history. The star the world thought they'd see became a fluke, and his brightness faded into a series of what-ifs and a story of how quickly dreams can shatter. Although his NFL career ended, his struggles did not. After Ryan left the field, he returned to San Diego and became a financial consultant in 2004. He would later resume his education at Washington State University and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Humanities in May 2005. However, Ryan Leaf's personal life was in chaos. Without the structure and support that once had defined his success, he found himself battling demons off the field. Substance abuse became a harsh reality, casting a long shadow over his future, dealing with an on and off addiction until he was 35. In an interview with Ellen DeGeneres, where he was called to share his inspiring story, Ryan admitted, "I didn't know who I was. The identity was I was this football player A, and now this failed football player B, and I couldn't rationalize that or justify that in any way." Leaf said on the show, "I had been introduced to Vicodin while playing because of all my orthopedic surgeries, and I used them to mask these physical pains, and now I was taking them to mask the emotional ones of not being able to live up to those expectations. The depression, all the things that come with mental illness, and I just started medicating." He explained that he initially went to doctors to get the pills, but eventually resorted to stealing painkillers from the homes of friends or open houses on Sundays. Leaf's post-NFL years were thick with legal issues, multiple arrests related to false medical reports, drug possessions, burglary, and parole violations painted a grim picture of a man lost in his struggles. By 2012, his actions culminated in a prison sentence, a stark fall from the heights of collegiate glory. He was initially put in a correction center, but after his showing of bad behavior, he was sent to prison. From the bright lights of the football field to the cold confines of a prison cell, Ryan Leaf's journey seemed to have reached its lowest point. Yet, even in the darkest moments, there is often a glimmer of hope. In 2014, after serving his prison sentence, Ryan Leaf made a courageous decision. He chose to face his past and rebuild his life. Acknowledging his mistakes and seeking help for his substance abuse issues marked the beginning of a remarkable transformation. Determined to turn his life around, Leaf embraced the role of an agent of change. He began advocating for mental health and substance abuse recovery, using his own experiences as a powerful testament to the possibility of redemption. No longer defined solely by his failures, he set out on a mission to help others avoid the pitfalls that had once ensnared him. Today, Ryan Leaf is a far cry from the troubled figure many once knew. As he travels across the country, he shares his story with a message of hope, resilience, and the importance of seeking help. His journey from the heights of college football glory through the depths of NFL despair and into the light of personal recovery has inspired countless individuals facing their battles. "I like the guy I see in the mirror," Leaf said. "I didn't for the longest time." Leaf is the CEO and president of RAM Consultant, Inc., a program ambassador for Transcend Recovery Community, a group of sober living homes, joins various networks as an analyst, and is on several podcasts, including Points Bets, The Straight Line, and Bust, the Ryan Leaf Story. He also owns his own radio show. Leaf's message is simple yet profound. No matter how far you fall, there is always a chance to rise again. His work as a motivational speaker is a testament to his belief that every setback can be transformed into an opportunity for growth. By openly discussing his struggles with addiction and mental health, he not only confronts his past, but also empowers others to take control of their futures. Ryan Leaf's life is a story of triumph and tragedy. His early success as a college quarterback, culminating in a historic Rose Bowl appearance and national recognition, set the stage for high expectations. Being chosen as the second overall pick in the 1998 NFL Draft, right behind Peyton Manning, symbolized the immense promise he once held. labeled as one of the biggest draft busts in NFL history, then lowering into a life of drugs and prison time, Ryan Leaf's story could have easily ended there. But Leaf's legacy isn't defined solely by his failures. It is defined by his courage to confront them, his determination to seek help, and his passion for guiding others toward recovery. His transformation into a motivational speaker has not only given him a new purpose, but has also provided hope to those grappling with addiction and mental health challenges. In the end, the story of Ryan Leaf is one of resilience. It reminds us that even when life takes a wrong turn, the possibility for redemption is always within reach. His journey teaches us that every fall is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to rise again stronger than before. So what do you think? Did Leaf win in the end? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more compelling NFL player stories, and share this video to inspire someone today. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback.